Of Pittsburgh is in the house. Early on when we started working and talking about mental health, she showed up, she continued to show up. If there's any opportunity for you to influence someone, for her to be sitting on Tuesday mornings in Martinez, making decisions that impact our community, do it. Because she's running for office, and I might be breaking the rule, but I don't care. We have to make sure she gets into that office. So she has been there from the beginning, doing it with grace, beauty, and humility to ensure that the needs of our community is also met, that all needs are met in Pittsburgh. Long history of, I don't know how she does it actually, because she's everywhere. It's actually her husband's birthday, but she's here. Oh. And then somebody take a picture
She's beautiful.
of me and this beautiful lady, because I just like her. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Gigi. I just love Miss Gigi. She just really inspires me every time I see her. And when I first got to share my story and meet Miss Gigi, it was at First Baptist Church in Pittsburgh, and we were talking about mental health. And that was the first time I came out about struggles that I have had in my own family. My brother, he killed my father several years ago. Throughout time, he was in and out of jail on drugs. We're 10 years apart, so being the younger sister, when someone is in and out of jail, you living through that. So even though they're in jail, your parents is taking you to go see them, you doing the visits, you're making sure you send the packages quarterly, you're making sure you're doing the phone calls, like everybody in the household is
in jail.
So he spent 11 and a half years in prison for selling drugs. But when he came home, he was not the same. He was a different person.
Yeah.
And so he took my father's life, person who supported him the most and who was there for him the most. But that was drugs,
Yes.
And so now he'll be spending the rest of his life in jail, unfortunately. But, my goal serving and being mayor in the city of Pittsburgh is making sure our youth has safe spaces. And for the past 20 years, we have not had a recreation center in the city of Pittsburgh. And so when it was time for me to run in 2018, I was told, it's not your time, you don't run, when you run another time when we say it's time for you to run. Because you have African American women who wants to lead and be in office, and we always get told it's not our time, wait later. And so I decided just to run, what can I lose? Instead of being born and raised in the city of Pittsburgh, I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to figure out how I can do that. So since being on council since 2018, we just opened up our Marina Community Center. We just opened up in June. On Wednesday, we just broke ground to a 40,000 square foot gymnasium for our youth. Where our youth be able to have AAU basketball games or play volleyball, pickleball, cheer, dance, whatever they want to do in that center, that's theirs. We're just approved for 5 soccer fields right across the street from there. As well as we approved the skateboard park for them as well. And so they'll have a bunch of activities in our city where they don't have to go to another city or be hanging out in the streets. They'll have somewhere to go throughout the city on all 4 corners of the city. And so my time there on the council, my goal is just to do whatever I can for the city of Pittsburgh. We're always told that, we're not like the affluent cities, but we got a Sprouts that we just broke ground on last month.
All right.
My goal is to continue to push for Pittsburgh to strive, but also for our county to strive. We have to change this landscape, and I'm glad I get to work with Gigi to change this landscape, because all of the cities don't reflect people of color on their city councils. Right now, for the Board of Supervisors, there's only one person of color on that seat. And if we lose that seat that I'm running for to someone who is not a person of color, that will hurt the cities that reflect communities of color within that District 5 seat. So I just appreciate you all just coming here, just builds my spirit, builds my energy for the week that I have to face come Monday and deal with what I gotta deal with. And thank you so much, Ms. Gigi.
Amen.
And I'm just gonna say, I know other individuals who have taken their family members' lives and they don't have to stay in jail for life. So we're gonna work together to bring your brother home. All right? Amen.